Hi everybody. So today I'm actually going to do a really special video that I've never done before. It's about hand feeding, how to hand feed a baby bird that you have. Or if you just don't have one and maybe you're getting one and you want to hand feed it. I don't recommend doing it if you're a first time person and you haven't had someone show you how to do it. This is just kind of to show you and give you an idea of it. This isn't for you to just go off and take this idea and be like, I'm going to buy a baby bird and hand feed it myself. Especially if you're younger and you're like under 12 or whatever. I'm almost 20 years old, and I've been doing this for years since I was like 15. I've hand fed a sun conure, a green cheek conure, a lovebird, and now a Quaker parrot that I have and I just bought today. So what you're gonna need is a baby bird. Check. You're gonna need bird baby food. Exact. It's a mixer and it's all powder. What you do with it is you mix it with hot water. You do not, which I didn't know this, I just learned this. I was taught personally how to hand feed by a breeder. I've been taught a couple times by different breeders. The last breeder was my green cheeks breeder and my lovebirds breeder, which I don't own the lovebird anymore, but I have the green cheek. Anyhow, sorry, I have a fuzz on my nose. It looks like this. It's the consistency of a powder. It smells, I don't even know, it smells kind of milky. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's for baby birds. My baby bird, I think, is like 3 weeks old, 4 weeks old, so it doesn't even have full feathers. I'm going to show you that in a second. Yeah, this is what I recommend. This is what I use, and it's for multiple different birds. It even has pictures of different ones, whatever, and has vitamins for them. It's for them. What you're going to need to do is have a mixing bowl. For first starters, I recommend using a spoon. I use a spoon for my sun conure, and for my green chicken, my lovebird, I just used a little syringe, which I don't have one at the moment. I have one in my drawers, but I'm not going to go looking for one. It's plastic. You can also use metal ones and all that kind of stuff. But we're just going to use a spoon today because Quakers are very easy to feed, apparently. This is my old one. It got melted, though, because I washed it. So this isn't what we're using today. I have another one in there that works, but I'm not using it right now. Yeah. This is the one that works. I bought 2 of them at the same time, and they were like 35 cents. But I'm not using this today because this baby bird has a bigger beak than my last ones. Quakers are a little bit bigger than green cheeks.
What? You're so hungry. You're so excited to eat. I know.
He or she or whatever is very excited to eat today. As you can see.
Are you hungry? Oh my goodness, you're so hungry. I know.
Very, 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 very communicating and, you know, very sure of what he wants right now. So I'm going to feed him. You're going to need a mixing bowl, a spoon to feed them. Quakers are very easy to feed, actually. I read up on it, so spoons work really good for beginners, and they recommend spoons for beginners. I'd recommend a metal one that has a little bit of a rounded tip, and that's not too big or not too clunky. Like some spoons are clunky in design. This is just a regular spoon. Use a regular spoon.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah?
What other kind of spoon would there be when it's not
A
round?
thick one.
No, when it's not round.
My mom has huge ones.
It's still round though.
Okay, well I'm talking about this. Look, like this is a grapefruit spoon. It has like rough edges. Don't use this. They'll probably like choke them and cut them. Okay?
I didn't think we were going to use shovels or anything. I was just...
Okay, you know what, Jacob? Just shut up. There's some thicker spoons. I meant like a narrow one, as narrow as you can get, as small as you can get. Okay? They have small beaks.
Okay.
Okay? Now shut up.
I didn't know if we were talking about shovels or spoons.
Shh.
Okay, I'm
We're
done.
talking about baby birds right now. He's upset right now. You're making him very sad.
I'm done.
Okay. Alright. So you're gonna need something that's gonna lay them on. Paper towel. My breeder for my baby Quaker gave me this padded towel for him to sleep in and stuff. I'm gonna also clean it. This just happened in the car. We just came back and he needs to eat. Thought I could make a video. You're gonna need the bowl, the food, the spoon, and the hot water. You wanna make sure you heat up the water. It should be a consistency of warm enough for your finger. Birds will not eat feed, almost always will not eat feed if it is cold. So you wanna make sure it is warm. Hot is good too. You want to make sure you do a temperature on it too, but I don't have that, so I can't do that today. I'm just going to trust my finger and try my very best. And if I hear any rude comments about, you need temperature, blah, 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 I'm going to seriously delete them and block you, okay? So just don't even say anything. I'm serious. Okay, we're going to get started. So I'm going to use this bowl. They say to put the feed down first, so I'm just going to put a little bit in there. Even though I've had experience, you just want to make sure you do it right. Put the thing in there. The consistency needs to be of a pancake mix type consistency. It has to be wet enough so that the bird gets enough water in its system, because if it does not, it can get dehydrated. So we're going to put a little bit more water in there. That's not so it's not like what is it, like wet enough, whatever? I don't even know what the word is.
Soupy?
Yeah, it's not soupy enough. I want to make sure it's not soupy.
What do you want?
Stop filming the cat.
Well, he rubbed my leg.
Okay, hold on. Not soupy enough. Want a little more water in there because it can get dehydrated easily. Pour some hot water in there. Make sure you don't heat this up in the microwave, like this stuff. You want to make sure you heat up only the water. So please do that, right? And then I'm just going to make sure it's soupy enough. That's soupy enough. A little bit more water would do, but we're just going to do it like this. This is perfect for him. Now what you do is you take your little bird, and they know when it's feeding time usually. If they're brand new, then they're going to need a little bit of help. But what I always do is I grab them like this from the neck. I hold their beak like this. This is where their mom usually signals them. It's the sides of their beaks. It's a natural instinct for them to want to eat and, you know, talk and stuff. So he knows it's feeding time. I'll make sure I tell him. And then I'm going to take the spoon and I'm going to softly pour it into his mouth. Like that. Make sure he opens it. Make sure he gets in his meat. Let them do that bobbing thing. Don't hold them too tightly. They need to bob their heads. It's how they swallow. I'm going to get a towel really quick and just wipe off the sides. That's how they swallow. What are you laughing at? That's how they swallow.
Just what you said.
That's what it says on... I read all about it, babe.
But
It says that.
I'm sure someone else is going to like that too.
Like, I read all about it to make sure that, you know, you do the right thing about Quakers, because I needed to know.
Oh, he's so happy, huh? Yes, hungry, hippo.
Okay, ready? I'm going to do it again. Hold the sides, and then you're going to pour it into their mouth. Yum, yum. Let them swallow it. There you go. And, the way that you know that they are full is when they're usually these types of birds like conures and Quakers' breasts will get full to consistency of, it'll be full. You can feel it, you pinch it, it's not empty, it's not low down, it's a little bit higher up, but it's too much food if it's up to their beak, if it's up to their chin area. So that's too much food. You want it about right there on them. So like right here is good, like when it gets up to about there. His breast is not full enough yet, so we're gonna keep feeding him. Plus he's hungry, as you can see, he's freaking out.
I know, he's so hungry.
He sounds like someone shaking a squeaking toy.
He got it in his eye. Oh, honey bunny.
Sounds like a dog toy.
He got it in his eyeball. There we go. And you wanna make sure you have paper towels too, so you can clean them up. I need a little more. This guy's a messy eater.
He's so hungry. I know, he's starving. Okay, it's again.
Okay. I have very enthusiastic little, what do you call it when they're like a prop? Not a prop, but like contestant or whatever. I have a very...
Contestant?
What is it called, I'm saying? Like when they're very like enthusiastic about it and it's your like, just whatever, just never mind. I'm not going to wrap it up yet. We have to feed him.
I'm pretty sure they got the gist of it.
No, they didn't. We're going to teach them. I'm just going to, like, get this wet because this is hard and I've had it in the water for too long. So this is just for me. I wouldn't use a used towel on them since they're very sensitive systems.
Hungry, hippo.
But I need to wash him down right here.
I know, babies.
Kobe's like, the heck? Keep it on the bird. This is a bird feeding video.
Well, Kobe's our guest.
No, this is our guest. He's a very enthusiastic guest at that.
I'd call it more of an experiment.
He's not an experiment. I've fed them. This is my 4th time hand feeding. I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys how to use a syringe as well because it's a lot less messy too. But this was, for beginners, this was, what's the word? I can't think of any words that really I can. They like recommended that for a first time beginner, whatever. Where did I put it? Oh, it's right here. This I already cleaned out, but it's going to have stains in it. I promise you it's clean. So if I hear anything about that too, you're being blocked. I'm in a bad mood today for that kind of stuff. I just can't deal with it. This isn't even enough, but we'll just show you. You want to hold them? If he'll stay still for a second so I don't poke him in the eye. There you go. You want to try to get all the air out first and then put it in there, but sometimes they're just too eager to even wait for the air to go out. So hungry! I'm not a professional either, so I don't do everything perfect, so don't expect that from me. I don't want to hear all of you perfect breeders who've bred thousands of birds, hundreds of birds,
If they
whatever.
were perfect, then they wouldn't be watching
I've
the video.
never bred birds before. I've only fed singles, so and they lived. Trust me, they're all alive. So I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear it. If they lived and they're healthy, then you did a good job. Hungry, hungry hippo. Let them swallow it. Don't hold them too tight. Hungry, hungry hippo. Oh, he's so hungry. I'm gonna call him Hippo. He's so hungry. He's so cute. I'm not gonna use this because I need like glass to do that. One more time. I know, he's so happy. You did a good boy. Oh, you did a good boy. Are you filming the bird? Ow! Look at what Colby's doing. He just wrapped his legs around me. He just like clawed the ground. He's jealous. He's jealous. Okay, stop filming the bird. The cat. He's almost full. You can feel their pouch. And I'm gonna wait till it gets a little bit fuller, like up there, and then I'm gonna stop feeding him. But he seems like he's still hungry. He keeps on talking. I have one more feeding for him today. He needs about 3 to 4 times of feeding. And we're going to leave a little bit of pellets in his cage that I got from my breeder so that he can start to eat when he's ready to start eating pellets. Then I can narrow his feedings down to about 3, 2.5, 3. And when I say 2.5, I mean like less of a whole feeding. It's not a whole feeding like this. They'll get full, and they'll tell you when they're full usually. When you start forcing them, that's when you probably don't want to feed them anymore because they're, done eating. But if he keeps on going more, he's getting full though. He's not as enthusiastic. Good job. You got full yet? A little bit more?
Eat a bit more. The hungry dance is doing the hungry dance.
There's the hungry dance. Yes.
Oh, you're so happy. He can talk. I know. He's a happy little bird.
Also, another precaution, when you have baby birds like this that aren't fully fledged, they're not fully flighted, they can't fly, they don't know how to use their body at their babies, make sure you watch them when they're on countertops like this in high spaces. You want to make sure you don't turn around from them. Put them far back if you're going to, leave them there for a while. I wrapped him up in a towel and put something weighted on it so that he did not fall or anything or come out of it. So that's what I did when I had to turn around to get my stuff for him. Okay, babies. Woohoo! You still hungry? Put a little bit more water in there.
Kobe thinks the food's for him.
I don't think he enjoyed bird food.
I bet you he would. He's fatty.
Missy, Missy.
He likes macaroni and cheese. I think he'd like bird food.
That doesn't really make sense. Macaroni and cheese probably tastes a lot better than bird food.
Well, Kobe eats anything.
How much more food do you want, bird? Goodness gracious. Let's check. He's about full. You can see his little fatness through. Probably won't want to feed him much more. Let it settle in his stomach for a little bit. But that is basically the gist of it. That's, what you do when you feed them. And you want to make sure you read up on it before you do this. Before you, watch my video and say, I want to get a bird to feed. You got to make sure you have time every day or have someone to feed them when you're at school or whatever, or work or whatever. My dog's not full-time, so I can come home and feed him. He's going to be fed probably 3.5 times a day. And I can do that. I fed my green chicken and a leopard. So just make sure you have time. Make sure you know what you're doing. You don't want to screw up your bird or kill your bird or anything. That's just not fair. So, yeah. And me and Mr. Hippo, we haven't named him yet, are going to say bye now. Say bye. Say bye, little pig. Bye. I hope you enjoyed the video.